These new designer fragrances are actually worth copping. Starting out with this smooth, sleek Invictus Victory Absolute. I'm so used to the clear Invictus bottles that when I seen matte black come out the box, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a hit for sure. Paco Rabanne, if you hear me, I gotta say, stick with the matte colors, because honestly, I really appreciate this bottle design. With these new fragrances, I gotta say, I thought they're gonna start setting us up for summer, but nah, they're getting us right for fall and winter. But with this, I gotta be honest, I really don't know where it should be placed season-wise. With this, Paco Rabanne might have made a fragrance that can be worn anytime and anywhere. This doesn't have a specific season it could be worn in because it has summer and winter notes in it. Like it's ambery, woody, and spicy, but still has that vibrant Invictus freshness to it. It's also a flanker of Invictus Victory, which is another great fragrance. But the only reason why you choose that over this is if you want to smell gourmand and delectable. In the beginning, the projection of this is intense, but then later throughout the day, it falls off. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't do a longevity test on this fragrance, but the people are saying it's long lasting. As cool as the bottle design is and the scent, I will say it's a little pricey. With the 3.4 ounce bottle costing $175, and bro, the 6.8 costs $225. With time, the price will probably go down, so just wait it out. This next one is gonna get you right this summer, I guarantee it. That fragrance is Balmain's Blanc Galaxy. It's surprising to me that I actually like this fragrance because I'm not too big on citrusy fragrances, whether it mainly be about bergamot, lemons, or lime. I just feel like most of the time they come off overpowering to me. A good example of that is Mahir Legacy. I know it's a clone, but God, I hate that fragrance because it's so citrusy. When I was talking about its scent, it's not just citrusy, it also has this earthiness to it that softens those citrus notes, which I can appreciate. The opening to this starts out very intense, but on the dry down, it becomes very moderate. I can see you wearing this if you're trying to go to the beach to go get a summer tan, the park, or if your ass is lucky enough, Rolling Loud Summer 2025. Maybe you can get me some tickets. I'm trying to go see my favorite artist, Lucky. All bullshit aside, as much as I want you to get this fragrance, $200 for 1.7 ounces? That's expensive as hell. I'm familiar with a couple Gentleman Givenchy fragrances, but this one right here, I'm gonna have to put it in my winter rotation, no lie. It's Gentleman Givenchy's EDP Ambry. This might be the perfect winter and autumn fragrance you will get your hands on. Givenchy has always made intriguing aromas with spices, florals, gourmand, and boozy notes, and with this, I'm gonna keep it a bean wheezy. They done did it again. In the opening for like 2 to 4 hours, the projection on this is very intense, but then after that 4-hour mark, it becomes very average. There's been very boring, bland, and just outright terrible gourmand fragrances I've smelled. But when you add tobacco to make this smell like some smoked vanilla, bro, you got my heart immediately. I would suggest wearing this if you're just going out casually this winter, maybe snowboarding, or if you're going to a winter festival. Me personally, I'm wearing this casually because the scent is so unique, you can't get tired of it, and it's gonna make you stand out in crowds. This is yet another fragrance line I haven't smelled in a minute, Aquadeio Elixir. Unlike the other newer fragrances, this is cheaper, costing around $160. I know I typically hate fragrances that aren't smooth, but with this it feels intentional. Bear with me now. What I mean by it feeling intentional is that there's a lot of aromas that you can smell from this, but they still fit the scent profile. You can get hints of fresh, aquatic, spicy, woody, leathery, and citrusy notes that all still weirdly complement each other. Growing up, I remember when my dad bought me one of my first fragrances, and it was Aquadeio, which if I'm being honest, I wasn't a quite fan of. I was thankful, right? The scent was cool, it was citrusy and fresh, but lacked intrigue. This is that type of standout, different aroma that I was looking for as a kid. Although I prefer smoother aromas, I gotta say I appreciate them for taking a different route because it made it more interesting. I've always been a fan of Azzaro's Most Wanted, but with this next one coming up, they took a step up with this shit. I'm talking about Forever Wanted Elixir. With previous Wanted fragrances, they were either fresh or boozy, while with this, it's different. I like the approach Aara went with this because I never really expected them to make a fruity fragrance, a good fruity fragrance at that. I think it's safe to say a lot of the other Wanted fragrances are about being fresh, while this is about being fruity, dark, and sweet. I never really expected a gourmand fragrance from Aara. I've also just never smelled a fragrance that's paired fruits and leather. Maybe I'm missing out on something. The leather in this gives the fruitiness a very smooth, warm touch that makes it more alluring. You shouldn't even be questioning the longevity on this. I let this sit the whole day and night, and it lasted with moderate projection. So not only do you get a great scent with longevity and projection to it, but you also get it at a cheap price of $145. Bro, you need to cop this today. Now I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. This next one isn't even a suggestion, it's a demand. No ifs, ands, or buts, bro. You gotta get the reintroduction of Dior Homme's Parfum. I don't care what you say, you gon' get it today. Now, I don't understand it, but there was a lot of drama about this fragrance in the 2014 one. It's because the 2014 one was more floral, powdery, and leathery, while this is more ambery, and in my opinion, it's better. You know, I'm scrolling throughout Fragrantica comments of this fragrance thinking it's gonna be great. Hell no, they talking about how they hate Kurt Dijon Dijon for making this fragrance, but like, bro, he made a great scent. The hell are y'all talking about? I'm gonna be honest, bro, F all the hate about this fragrance. It's a long-lasting scent that lasts me throughout the whole day and night. On the opening of this fragrance, I will say it's a bit ambery, but it's enjoyable. When it settles, the earthy and floralness pops out more. From beginning to end, the projection on this is intense, so I'd use it on special occasions, like a late night walk with your woman or going out to dinner with your fine ting. It is a little expensive, but less expensive than the others. It costs upwards of $160 to $180 depending on the size. Despite the hate towards Kurt Dijon, this has to be in the collection for Showski. I'm happy to see that this house of fragrances is still going strong. I haven't worn them since like middle school. From the house of Valentino, Extra Dose. Back in middle school, I used to rock with Valentino so heavy, bruh. I think my favorite was the EDT or the EDP, but I eventually fell out of love with it. Back in 2024, I really started picking back up on the Valentino fragrances, and my favorite was Green Stravaganza and Yellow Dream. But I'm gonna keep it a bean wheezy. The way this shit hitting, it might be taking their spots, no lie. This is a flanker of Valentino's Born Aroma EDT, and this to that is a big difference. Even Valentino themselves admit on their website that the EDT is the least intense, while this is the most, which I can agree with. You know, with the original, it's much earthier, while with this, the spicy notes in it make it far more intriguing. This is another one of those fragrances that, despite it being new, it's still on the cheaper side, costing $120 to $170. If you're trying to get into Valentino fragrances, this is a great place to start. If you're worried about the cost but still want the quality as the same ones in this video, you need to go watch my top 10 panty dropper clone fragrances video.